Nasty.
Hey, what's going on, neighbors? I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of Pure Quality Canine, man. Appreciate y'all coming through to check us out. Y'all, I got something to tell you, man. Something I'm kind of guilty of, y'all, and it's a term, it's a real thing. It's called kennel blindness. I'm going to read the definition of kennel blindness to y'all real quick. Kennel blindness. Found in many kennels of purebred dogs, kennel blindness is a disease which renders a breeder incapable of seeing faults in his own dogs. Kennel blind breeders tend to twist and distort the standard to justify the dogs they breed. Y'all, I've had that disease lately, and I've had it before, and the crazy thing about it, y'all, it ain't been in a bad way, which a lot of time kennel blindness is, y'all. It's been in a good way, because I ain't been noticing how good these dogs really been looking, y'all. This girl right here, this is our girl Mary J, y'all. She's a female that we kept off our second litter, our second breeding with Scoop and Molly. Y'all, this girl right here, she just turned a year old last month. Man, this girl's looking fire, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This girl right here, it really just hit me this weekend, y'all. I've been outside watching her move, and I'm gonna show y'all a little video of her in motion, y'all. Everything about this girl is just awesome. She's definitely gonna be a top she's gonna be a top dog at the camp, y'all, in no time. Like I say, she's still a puppy, y'all. She just turned a year old. She really ain't gonna start developing until she's 2, y'all, and up until 3 years old. So I really got a lot of time still to work with this girl right here. But y'all, when I find when I'm gonna take her to, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm still up in the air, y'all. Y'all know we got a little recipe and mix that we put together to come up with these dogs we got over here, these Americana Depressors. I do got a dog already in mind that I'm kind of considering taking to this girl, y'all, but I'm still up in the air about it, because everything about her I like. So I got to be real crucial and critical in picking the stud that I take her to, because I don't want her to lose too much. You know what I mean? I want this female to put in a lot of what she got into the breeding, y'all. I do want a strong male, but not so strong of a male where his genes overpowers her. Y'all, this girl right now, I haven't weighed her, y'all. She's probably about somewhere around about, what you should think, Kenya, about 100 pounds?
Yeah, not too much.
She might be a 100-pound girl, y'all. She's a lot like her dad.
I feel like 105.
105.
If you really think about it, with her height, kind of weighs her weight.
Yeah, y'all, because y'all seen that video earlier, man. She's not too much smaller than her dad as far as height-wise, y'all. So she's going to be a nice-sized dog. She's going to be just like her dad, Scoop, y'all. Real athletic build. This girl got a lot of definition, y'all. Crazy definition, man. Let me see if I can pull her into the sun a little bit more. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this one thing that really stands out about this girl is just her merle, y'all. Her patterns. I don't know if y'all can see it, but her color's like no other, man. This is a beautiful girl. Ain't that right, Mary J? Well, hey, y'all, man, I just wanted to bring her out, y'all. Pull her to the side. Like I said, my daughter was out here working with her a little bit, doing a little walking, doing a little stacking, just making sure she's calm, you know, when we got our hands on her. Putting that one-on-one in, y'all. Y'all know that personal time I tell y'all about, even when you got a lot of dogs. You got to pull them to the side just like your kids, y'all. Sometimes they want that one-on-one. Sometimes they might need a little something that the other dogs don't need, y'all. Or they might just, their job might be different from the other dogs. Because, you know, I got plenty of dogs, y'all. Some are my outside dogs. Some stay in the yard. Some are for mating. Some are just here for protection, y'all. This girl right here, y'all, she gonna fit the bill in a lot of different places I'm gonna need her for. Excellent temperament. Nice bit of aggression on her, y'all. It can be a bit much at times, but it's controllable. Real weary of strangers, y'all. Always on point, y'all. Always on point. When something moves in the backyard, y'all, she's usually the first one to hit the fence. First one to start barking. Oh, she gonna be so serious, y'all. I've been thinking about her all day, y'all. I had to come home and, like I say, pull her out to the side for a second.
You also want to grab Baby Run and see his kind of.
You want to grab him for a second?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, we're gonna grab Baby Runt real quick. You know, we had to do a quick guest appearance. That girl we just showed y'all, Mary J, this is actually her litter mate brother right here. This boy is this boy is Baby Runt, AKA the Punisher, y'all. He's a 1-year-old boy too, y'all. Fire boy. Like everything about him. One thing, y'all, he was our runt, y'all. He's a true runt, man. This boy right here, like I say, is a year old. He got brothers right now that's 130, 140, 150 pounds, like Lucky right now. This boy right here, I'd be surprised if he tops out over 110, y'all. He's a real nice, solid boy. But like I say, y'all, he's a runt. The gene fairy stuck it to him, y'all. He made him a small dog. Things can change, y'all. You know, in this next year, he could blow up and do something different, but this is bone structure and everything. I believe he's going to be a small dog, but I like that about him, too. I actually got that girl, Onyx, y'all, if y'all haven't seen my video, who I'm going to take him eventually, too, y'all. Onyx is a real nice girl. At the same time, too, she's going to be bigger, so with him being such a small dog, I love his structure, but Onyx will give his puppies a little bit more size, even though a dog being a runt don't mean that it's gonna stow small puppies, y'all. But I believe them two together, they're gonna be an excellent breeding pair, y'all. Same with him, y'all. Y'all see them muscles in that front arm. Y'all see him flexing in the back of his leg. Y'all, we a small operation, but we're really putting together some serious dogs over here. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You can search near and far, but you ain't gonna too quick find nothing like what we got over here. These narrow kind of depressors, y'all. These dogs are next up, y'all. It's only been a few years, y'all, 2019, when these dogs were officially started being recognized by a registry. But it's on and popping now, y'all. They got breeders. Got a few in Georgia, few in North Carolina. I'm here in South Carolina, y'all. Y'all definitely gonna be hearing a lot more about these dogs in the future. What's up, boy? What you hear?
I see a dog.
You see a dog?
And he sounds like Scoob.
He be wanting to get to something, y'all. That right there, y'all see him licking the lips, y'all. He want to get down there. He want to get down there. He know not to cut up, though. He know not to cut up. And for a small dog, y'all, he's still strong, man. He gonna be like his dad, y'all. He gonna be another jumper, y'all. This boy right here got some hops on him. Like I say, man, I can take this boy to almost anything, man. And really, if your yard is lacking and you got a big female, this gonna be an upcoming stud, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Punisher right here, he a small dog, but mark my words, in the next couple of years, he gonna have plenty of puppies on the ground. Ain't that right, boy? Ain't that right? Y'all, we're gonna get back here, man. Let me show y'all the rest of the dogs, man, before I make this video too long real quick. Hey, y'all, I did want to show you them two dogs, but at the same time, too, I want y'all to really think about what I started this video off with, that term kennel blindness, y'all. It's all right. All dogs, y'all. I love all dogs. I don't care what type of breed they is, how they're shaped, they form, they temperament, man. I love all dogs. But at the same time, too, if you call yourself getting out here in this world of dog breeding, really look at the dogs that you're putting together, y'all. Look at that female, look at that male. And I'm not saying that both of them got to be these top-notch dogs, y'all, but it's got to be in their blood, y'all. A lot of people talk about pairs, y'all. Sometimes you can get a female that ain't all that up to par looking, but at the same time, she got in her pads to throw some awesome dogs, y'all. So you got to be able to discern, and at the same time, too, if you got to put dogs together and the breed don't come out like you want, have the room to go ahead and maybe sometimes you got to keep them puppies or a way to go ahead pet home them dogs. But sometimes it takes years, y'all. It takes years. A lot of these breeders who've been breeding for a long time, it took years for them to get that top-notch dog and find them and really make their yard, put it together, put their yard where it is today. But like I say, you can start off way ahead of the game of really not having that kennel blindness and really knowing what you got in your dog. What y'all going crazy about?
Help me.
Y'all, they be cutting up, man. They be jumping my buddy right here, y'all. I got to get on Onyx right here, y'all, because she tried to slide in there while Mary messing with Mary messing with Punisher right here, y'all. That girl Onyx will try to get off in there and call herself double teaming. She knows she ain't gonna mess with that boy one-on-one. Y'all, them dogs thirsty, ain't they? Like, I'm good. Hey, I found a whole bunch of new toys I'm about to order, can you? Matter of fact, it's probably gonna order them next month because a couple $100 worth. But I want to get them all at one time so I can kind of do a video. And it's about 10 different toys, but I want to do a little video as far as what's the best toy, what the dogs enjoy the most at the same time too. What lasts the longest? Which toy takes them longer to destroy, or which toy is maybe indestructible?
See. Oh, come on. They're so glad. Stop being phony.
Mary, hey, leave him alone. Once again, y'all, man, I appreciate y'all coming through to check us out. This is a little slow Monday. We back here with the dogs, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. I got responsibility chores I got to do, so eventually gonna go ahead and pour all that old water out. Y'all refill their buckets, go ahead and clean the yard up, and eventually end up feeding them a little bit later, y'all. But always something going on. I want to go ahead and open the video up, share y'all a little bit of what we got going on and what's been on my mind with these dogs. But once again, man, y'all know I don't start with them. I'm always going to finish with them, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like, subscribe button, hitting that notification bell so y'all don't miss nothing we got going on, y'all. I'm trying to give y'all a little something every day this week, y'all. It might be too much, but I'm going to give it to you, man. If you ain't got nothing to do, make sure you come back, check this video out. To make sure you get that notification, y'all hit that notification bell so you don't miss what we got going on. That being said, y'all, we out.
Check that shit out.
What is that?
Whew, I didn't know they made them like that.
I don't even understand what I'm seeing.
Ooh, I would love to see what's under there.